Okay, so today we are covering another Clique side quest adjacent moment. It's the whatchamacallit, it's the prequel, Charmed and Dangerous. Because I don't own that book. I don't own the physical. I own an e-copy of it. Which I've owned for like 10 years. But in the name of physical media, I took actual notes. My script is handwritten today. It's so pretty, you know. Overarching thoughts about the book. It's fine. Let me get back there. It was fine. Like, it was good. It went really quickly, and I kind of loved, you know, there's no way you can do a book that's a prequel and have them be in the same place that they are now, obviously. But I love the idea of them being separate. I feel like you could have done it as a what if they weren't friends, and them still getting together at the end, kind of being like cosmically or whatever. They're always gonna find each other. They're always gonna, you know, be friends. But doing it as a prequel is also, you know, fun and different. You know, this is the prequel book that had us all fighting with linear time and references when your story is so pop culture heavy. It's really hard, and also your characters age with an internal clock and not a and not with like time actually passing. It can be really frustrating. The first book came out in 2004. And it has references like Britney songs and stuff that would have been like topical references in whatchamacallit, in 2004 and 2005. But they're like between like 2 and 3 books on the later half, and at the time it was only 1 book per year being released for the Clique series. So, you know, time has passed. It's like, this book came out in March. The next book after this came out in March of 2010. I think Charmed and Dangerous came out in November 2009. So the references have kept moving. Like, her style is that of someone in 2000 and, you know, 2012. The trends are there, but it's like a little confusing on the time period. But the book's coming out each year in the series beginning, you know, or so. The series and the beginning, the fashion, music, and style all match up to the year of publication. This becomes an issue when we get taken back to the 4th grade. That's where this book is taking place, back in the New Year's Eve between of them going back for 2nd semester of 4th grade. Supposedly back 4 years, but in real time, are we going back 5 years? Which from the previous book, which was whatchamacallit, sorry, Boys R Us, which was 2009. Are we going back to 2005, which the series had already started taking place then? Or are we going back to, the start from then, from 2004 back? Like, are we going back 5 years plus? It's like, is this taking place in 1999, in 2000, 2001, 2002? Like, I don't know. Cisco is performing the thong song, so it could really be any of those time periods. No one knows what's going on. Vibes. I'm saying around 2002, 2003, but, you know, the math ain't mathing. The plot, which apparently I don't know how to spell plot because I wrote P-L-A-S-T. Where's the S in plot? I really wanted to show off my journaling, but it's bad today. It's the origin story of how the girls meet and how, you know, Massey becomes the alpha of her clique, where it all began. Oh, wait. Because my book doesn't have it, I actually have to go onto the Amazon store. Alright, perfect. Happy new clique. Once upon a time in Westchester and Orlando, there were 4 betas just waiting for their alpha. It took a miracle to bring the pretty committee together, or rather, one miraculous and fabulous New Year's Eve party. Massey Block is destined to lead the body. Oh, I can't read. She can't read. Massey Block is destined to lead, but trapped as a beta in the Honeybees, the top clique at PMS, Presbyterian Middle School. When will it be her time to rule? Alicia Rivera is dying to lead the Body Alive Dance Studio squad, but when disaster strikes, will she prove herself alpha-worthy, or will she need to find a whole new clique? Dylan Marvel is done with people kissing her teeny butt just because her mom is famous, but who would be brave enough to stand up to someone so marvelous? Christian Gregory has made a New Year's resolution to make friends and get a life. Escape from Planet Loser starts now. Claire Lyons is psyched times 10 to win a last-minute invitation to a New Year's Eve satellite party in Orlando, but first she'll need to sneak out of the house, and the countdown to midnight starts in 10, 9, 8. But, yeah. So, this is the origin story of how the bitchiest girls of Westchester meet up and become the pretty committee, plus Claire in Orlando. I'm a hater on Claire's inclusion. I feel like you could have done this story without Claire, but whatever, she's included. They're like destined to be friends. So, Claire's down in Florida. Could we have done without Claire? Yes. But whatever. It's fine. It kind of fucks up the continuity of the first book, but whatever. We start off with Massey, and it's already New Year's Day in France, where her parents are. The parents, they present her with a charm bracelet with 5 distinct charms. A high-heeled shoe, a $, a horse, a diamond-encrusted bell, and a pig. The pig is because they somehow misunderstood that Massey wanted a pig instead of a pug. Massey will, in fact, get Bean once they get back. Massey's getting ready for Mary Lee's Rockin' New Year's Eve party alone, which is very un-Massey. All the girls normally get together. And she has to do it quickly. She can't luxuriate in it because her alpha, Anna, doesn't like to get ready. She doesn't like people being at her house. She doesn't like sleepovers. She's, very particular. She's not the alpha of this crew, obviously, from the book. She's in the Honeybees, headed by Annabelle, with Brianna, Shauna, Lana, and Massey. Massey wanted to be a part of the clique, the LMNOP, but they already had an M, so they wouldn't let her join. They didn't need her. Massey keeps trying to, scheme ways for the girls to take over PMS. Private. They're a different private school, obviously, than OCD. But Anna is just uninterested. She wants the girls to be cohesive and friends and like a gang, but really it's just like Anna says and Blana Banana Kana all just hang around her and, rubber stamp. Anna is a leader and is uninterested in new ideas the same way Massey was in P.S. I Love You. Massey makes sure that her outfit slaps without a coat, which the Honeybees don't. You see them in the background of the other girls' stories. dressed like a Burberry girl group in these like big Burberry coats and their dresses. PMS is a uniform school, so these girls have no style outside of, you know, just slap the uniform on or wear designer. Anna's dad, who works for Marilee, gets them into the show. Massey invited all of her friends to go to Paris, but Anna wanted to stay home and said it wouldn't be cool to go to Paris. Massey takes this as a personal affront. Anna's dad is like, you all gotta stay together. I'm gonna call throughout the night, and if you're not together, like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna take you home. Well, of course, the first thing Massey does is go off to do whatever. And there are some things in here. If you're really so interested in this, like, the intricate details of the plot of this book, then I suggest you go read the book. But I am going to recap this in the most efficient way possible. So, forgive me. She immediately goes to be not near them because they have a big case of acting like they never been nowhere before. So they're really embarrassing. So Massey goes off and she finds a psychic who tells her, you know, you are destined for greatness. Bring the 5 pieces together now. And she's like, cool. Well, she comes back and starts a fight with Anabi to be like, I should be the leader. Your idea is stupid. Anna's like, meow, 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 and pops her charm bracelet off. And the charms go flying. All hell breaks loose. Next person, Dylan. Dylan's getting ready for her debut as Marilee's daughter. Her sisters are all complaining about how fat they are, and Dylan just doesn't see it, and honestly is so tired of them being so consumed with their weight. Dylan has no real friends that get her. She hangs out with the image-conscious child of celebrity group, and they're boring. Dylan goes out looking for some fun and finds Derek Harrington, woo, and Cam, whatever his last name, and Derek teaches her how to burp speak, and then she gets hit with a pig charm. So rude. Kirsten is assistant babysitting her teenage cousin for family because she has nothing else to do besides study and make sure she can maintain her scholarship at OCD even in like 4th grade. She's still doing that. Her cousin gets a tip about a hot party happening and she's gonna sneak out. When the parents come home after the mom gets food poisoning, they have a little charm, I believe either a high heel or something. So he gives it to, he gives it to Kirsten and is like, oh, whatever, you know, you guys want to go back to the party, that's fine. I'll take the limo. She's like, oh, cool. So he offers them tickets and the limo to Marilee's party. She goes without a plan and gets to the party and tells security that her name is Rihanna because Rihanna doesn't have a last name, really. But the problem is that, like, Rihanna wasn't really relevant until, until 2005. 2004 at the earliest. Like, Rihanna was literally, like, 16 during this time period. How old is Rihanna?
35 years old. And if you ever feel like humming along to a tune while making dinner, just say...
Shh, no advertisement. Yeah, so in 2002, she would have been minus 20. She would have been literally 15. Like, she was not... Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. She gets in and then immediately runs into the Annabes. They hear that her name is Rihanna, which is an Anna name, and they embrace her. However, for some reason, she immediately tells these strangers that her secret and that she's not named Rihanna and that she snuck in there. They immediately tell security, and Kirsten gets taken out back to be, removed from the party by the security guard that she literally just lied to. But then she gets stopped by Dylan because when Dylan was up on stage with her mom, her pants rips because she's bigger than she thinks she is, and everyone's been lying to her, which is its own traumatizing bullshit. Dylan recognizes her as going to OCD. She's like, you're at my mom's party wearing a juicy sweatsuit. She goes, yeah, my actual clothing got ruined. Oh. And that's really where Kirsten's, like, lying plot point begins. She tells a much smaller lie that is much easier to maintain. And now she is, you know, constructing her life. Her lie of a life to the pretty committee. She's back in the party with Dylan. Alicia with Sky Hamilton in Hawaii. Alicia is left as dance captain for Body Alive's Bad's dance team. With their appearance on Marilee's Rockin' New Year's Eve, everything is great until it's very clear that one of the dancers has nervous gas and or might be shitting themselves. They are just going to perform without her, but the stagehand says, no, we have the stage blocked for like 5 dancers or whatever, and if it's not, we're just gonna cut it and we're gonna let the singing dogs, which is actually why Derek and Cam are there, their moms are volunteering with that, to whatchamacallit, they're gonna completely cut her segment. She's like, absolutely not. So Alicia goes and gets a backup dancer, which maybe backup dancers can be as young as like 15, but he steals like Ludacris's or Cisco's backup dancer that looks kind of young. She was an Asian woman, to be on their dance team and learn the choreography. And the dancer's like, I'll do it for your bag. And Alicia's like, I will give it to you after the show, after you do what I want you to do. Again, she's pretending to be a 4th and or 5th grader. Like, okay. Okay. She says she'll do it for Alicia's bag. So after the stinky lead up, they get up on stage, they start their routine, and then Alicia slips, trips, and falls on national television, embarrassing herself. I wonder what she tripped on. Claire. So of course, because she's in 4th grade, Claire is still in Florida, and her plot is she's with her summer collection friends having a sleepover. They're listening to the radio. When they win a kiss at midnight from the brother duo Heart Throb, both Theo and Rob. Side quest. Orlando is actually really the home of boy bands and child exploitation. Orlando is the filter through which Justin Timberlake, Ryan Reynolds? No, that's Canada. He's Canadian. No, Ryan Gosling is Canadian. Ryan Reynolds, or maybe it's Ryan Gosling? I don't know. But Christina Aguilera, all of them, all get kind of filtered through Orlando. I believe Jasmine Zaid has a video about boy bands and how they all, especially boy bands of the 2000s, all come through, whatchamacallit, they all come through Orlando, and they all are being managed by, like, the same group of people, and they're all abusing these poor boys. It's, like, crazy. He's also creepy towards the, like, if not under 18, presumed to be very young Miss Kissimmee. It's just, like, so gross. He's just, like, flirting with this girl on air, and it's like, have some decorum, you pig. Claire's able to name all of the Miss Kisses. She's excited to win. There's going to be a limo that's going to take her to the Disney Grand Resort to kiss these boys with all of her friends. Well, first the babysitter catches them and is like, go, you're not going to go on some teen slut reality TV show. Which, of course, when you're reading it, you're like, oh, why don't you just let them go? And then I remember they're literally in 4th grade. So, whatever. So they go back inside, and then Todd is like, hey, you're yelling at them for being irresponsible. Isn't literally your boyfriend in the house? And she's like, what? And he's like, isn't your boyfriend in the broom closet? In like a little baby voice. And he is. So they blackmail the boyfriend to take them to the Hollywood Grand Resort. They're dressed in like silly community theater costumes. She's gonna get there. She's waited all this time. She's gonna kiss this boy, and then her mom, who is there, yanks her directly off stage. It's like, you are not gonna go be a teen slut on this teen slut show, which is like, it's completely innocent. But like, always get your parents' permission so they don't think you're doing teen slut activities. In 5th grade or 4th grade, this would have been on Marilee's Rockin' New Year's Eve, but I think it happens live on air. Claire is embarrassed at home. Somehow Westchester is a punishment for this. But then the boys of Throb had gifted her a silver Tiffany microphone, the same one that she supposedly gives to Massey at the beginning of the book. And they say that they gave it to her because you wanted to be a singer. And of course that was something maybe Massey's parents said, and it was a lie. But it's also like, what do we need to... Alright, we've looped back around to Massey, so let's get this plot all cleared up. So after the bracelet breaks, she gets up onto the stage to beg that if anyone finds one of her charms, to return it to her. This sends up the bat signal for Kirsten, which is why Kirsten's like, I have to go to Marilee's whatchamacallit. And Dylan finds out that the reason she's fat because Massey actually like comes into the room where Dylan's sisters and her are getting ready, and Dylan's like, my pants fit just fine. And Massey's like, no they don't, you don't have any real friends, they would have told you those pants don't fit, girl. And Dylan is like mad distorted. So when Dylan, after she rips her pants, goes back to the whatchamacallit, to the changing room, and is like, yo, my mother's stylist, what is up with that? She's like, I gotta be truthful with you. I've been switching out the mirrors for like funhouse mirrors so that you guys would stop complaining about being fat in your clothing. It was getting really tough to deal with. Every mall clothings or shop already had the mirrors, and then the like hotels, I'd switch out the mirrors. All your mirrors at home are all switched out, which is like, all I can think is how fucked up that is for a child. Like, she's literally in 4th or 5th grade, and you can't even trust a mirror to tell you how you look. Like, you can only trust how you feel, and if you feel fat in your clothing, even if you aren't fat in your clothing, you're already fighting a losing battle. I was so agitated about this. They always do Dylan dirty. Oof. Oof. All of her confidence, is just like, meh. But she like pivots it, and she's like, Massey had the balls, this Massey Block had the nerve, the balls to tell me I look fat, and no one ever wants to, tell me the truth, because the celebrity kids don't ever want to be seen as being mean, and like, we're all just like not that close, so whatever. So they've changed. Kirsten and Dylan have changed clothing. They're wandering around. When they come across Massey, the three of them, they're all talking about the charm. Massey comes across Alicia, who is recovering after she slipped. She like rolled her ankle, and she's so lightheaded from like the embarrassment and ripping her ankle and passing out that she vomits on her dance teacher. Her dad comes in and is like, we are gonna sue them. And then when she comes in and sees that the person who's looking for the charm is Massey, and Massey's like a stylish, confident, like bad bitch girl, she's like, Daddy chill. And so Daddy chills. And they all are like, let's go watch the ball drop on, next to Marilee on TV. And they do. They go to do it, and then the Yonabis show up, and they're like, yo, literally my dad is looking for you. Like, we gotta go. You got me in trouble with my dad. And she's just like, it doesn't matter. And she's like, well, your social life at PMS is totally done because, I'm not gonna be friends with you. No one's gonna want to be friends with you. And whatever. And they're all like, they back her up. They are, as much as she's like a leader, they're also like backing her up. So they're like, well, it doesn't matter, she can just switch to BOCD. Like, and Alicia's like, my dad will help draw up the contract. And Dylan's like, yeah, and like, we don't wear stupid Burberry uniforms, so she can shop in my closet. And Kirsten's like, I'll help with the paperwork, because poor. And she's like, yeah, I guess I'm transferring. And I guess she does, because they had 3 extra weeks of spring break, or of Christmas break. So they're all just sassy, and they're like, and now it's done, and it's like our bright, unlit, our lit Christmas tree Massey is like, you know, she's the star, she is the alpha, she's brought these girls together. Fate brought them together, really, but you know how Massey is. So they spend New Year's together, and it's cheers, champagne. This book was cute. Massey was literally the victim of all the things she subjected her besties to in 8th grade. But, you know, 8th graders are not known for their introspection. So, whatever. It was so much fun. Because we already know what book is coming because I put it at the end of the Boys R Us, because that was a mainline book. We all know that these boots are made for stocking. It's coming in April, and I've already started reading it, and I can already tell you, emotional hot mess, but when isn't it? It's going to be so much fun to talk about, because really the plot crux is on the fact that a 9th grader wants to date an 8th grader, and I can't think of a single thing that is more embarrassing than dating an 8th grader as a 9th grader. Like, you can't even go to the same school, and it's like, stinky. Boo. Boo. So, whatever. It is what it is. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Megan_Blush_ for however long that lasts. And, I'll be on my shorts. The makeup that this is attached to will be out later. So you can check that out once I link it. It'll be super fun. Yeah, I have an end card, so it will tell you some things. It'll do some things. It'll do what it do, baby. Ow. Ow. Bye.